The first page on my website is the purpose page. There is question A. Indicate the name of the innovation and provide a clear description of its intended purpose, such as the problem that the innovation solved, the opportunity that the innovation created, or the discovery that the innovation made possible. Digital forensics is basically how analysis is able to retrieve internet data and analyze it and use it in a crime scene. And it has opened doors because it helps solve crimes and it has furthered crime cases that revolve around DNA analysis. This first image on this page shows kind of like a computer internal board, and it just shows how you may think it may be secret and can't be found, but it can. And then this second image shows the different branches of digital forensics. So digital forensics is the main idea, and then there's a bunch of different aspects of it. The next page is the impact page, and this page talks about how digital forensics relates to society. The first prompt is explain a benefit or harmful effect of the innovation. And I just basically talked about how digital forensics is a great tool to have as long as you use it correctly. And there was an article that was talking about how certain people aren't educated and don't know all the skills on how to analyze data, and it can create some discrepancy when it's used in cases. The second prompt is explain the impact that the innovation has had on society, economy, or culture. And I've talked about how it's related to society and culture because technology is an important part of the United States, and there needs to be a way to balance it out and make sure people are doing what they're supposed to be doing. And that is why we have to have digital forensics, because it keeps everything in check and it makes sure that it is a useful tool. Technology is a useful tool instead of a tool that works against us. In this page are two graphs. The first graph up here shows a survey that I did, and that survey is at the bottom of the page, and I embedded it into my Google site, and people took the survey and the responses went to a Google spreadsheet where I analyzed them. And the survey was about a video above, which I'll talk about in a second. But after I got the responses back, I cleaned up the data and I made a pivot chart, and then I sorted it around and drew a conclusion that men and women see digital forensics as a different impact and rated it differently. And then the second image just shows how different types of forensics is used throughout society and how they've changed in the last year and like how common each type is. The next prompt is indicate one field other than computer science which this innovation has impacted or has the potential to impact, and describe that impact. And I talked about how computer science relates to criminal cases and the legal field, because digital forensic analysis can be asked to be an expert witness in the court, and when they do so, they provide what they learned through data, and that can help determine if someone is prosecuted or not. And when I was doing research, I found a case recently where text messages were used to convict a young woman. Below is a video that I made using a camera to record. I then used YouTube Editor to crop it, add music, and create transitions and title slides. Then I published it to YouTube, and I received the link to the video, which I embedded into the website, and now I will play it for you.
It helps police solve cases. You can look into what a person is doing online. Info can be used as evidence in a court case. Digital forensics can be bad because it invades privacy. People shouldn't have to worry about their technology being searched.
Okay, so that's the impact page of the website. The next portion is the technical aspect, and this has 2 prompts on it. The first one is describe how a user interacts with the innovation, and I talked about how there's 2 main users in digital forensics. First is the user who creates the data, and then the second person is the one who analyzes it and draws conclusions from it. The second prompt is describe in detail how the innovations technology incorporates at least one of the big ideas of abstraction, algorithms, programming, and or the internet to accomplish its purpose. I talked about how abstraction and the internet are both big ideas in digital forensics. The main goal of digital forensics is to abstract information from data, and that could be by looking at the original content or examining the data size. And also you can use the internet by looking at like servers that the data is bounced off of and where it's been to give you a location of maybe a person or what was going on at that time period. The next page is relationship to data page. And the first prompt is describe how the innovation consumes data as input and produces data as output and or transforms data. How digital forensic transforms data is it takes data someone produces, which is the input, and then they analyze it and restore it and decrypt it to find information about a person or a potential crime. The next prompt is describe at least one data storage concern, data privacy concern, or data security concern related to the innovation. Digital forensics is related to data security and data privacy concern. And the whole point of digital forensics is to make sure that people don't get hacked and that the internet is safe. And it concerns data security because it tries to prevent that. It also concerns data privacy because people may feel that their privacy is being intruded when digital forensics is being used, and they don't want people seeing personal information. The last page is the reference page, which is a bunch of citations of where I got my website. One good website I got my stuff from is this website, which I'll go to now. And it's basically a program on how to make sure that your computer's safe, and it gives an overview of digital forensics. And it's a company, but they have really good information about digital forensics on it.